guys, today I am bringing you my June book haul, and this video is being sponsored in part by Scholastic and Penguin Random House. Without further ado, let's just talk about the books that I got in the month of June. The first book I got my hands on this month is Rook by Sharon Cameron, and this has a nice dystopian vibe going for it, and it's been ages since I've read a dystopian. Okay, I might be over-exaggerating a little bit, it's not been that long, but it's been a while. Anyway, this book takes place in a dystopian version of Paris. How freaking cool is that setting? And the people who are refusing to join the new revolution are being executed or are being put in jail. But the thing is, the people who are being put in jail are quickly disappearing. And in their place, all that is left is a red rook feather. The government is after who is behind all these disappearances. So that's kind of what the story is all about. I believe we have like two storylines that kind of tie in together within this book. And this book just sounds really interesting to me. I just love the idea of a dystopian taking place in a foreign country, because I feel like a majority of the dystopian books we see take place in the States, so it'll be nice to read one that takes place in a foreign country. It'll definitely add some spice to the dystopian genre. But overall, this book just sounds delicious. It sounds like it's got loads of action, political intrigue, and mysteriousness, which sounds like a nice loaded book sandwich to me. Also, can we talk about the design work on this book, because it is beautiful. Look at those feather headers. Also, I just realized that Rita Sepetys blurbed this book, so I can't wait to read this book now, because I love Rita Sepetys and I completely trust her. She calls it a page-turning concoction of vivid characters, gorgeous storytelling, and romantic tension. Ooh, you won't be able to put it down. I trust you, Rita. I trust ya. I also received an arc of Sharon Cameron's next book, and that is The Forgetting. It's super shiny, and it's got a nice texture, and I'm all about the nice textures. So this has a really interesting story concept. We follow this girl by the name of Nadia, and she lives in this city where they're basically isolated from the rest of the world, and they're kind of confined in these white stone walls, and every 12 years the city descends into the forgetting. And essentially what the forgetting is that everybody just forgets everything about their lives. That's all I know about this book, but that sounds super fascinating to me, and I'm really interested in learning about why the forgetting is a thing that actually happens. The next book on my list is Julia Vanishes. Yeah, I've talked about this book quite a bit recently on my channel, but this book is about a girl who lives in a fantasy world, and in this world she works as a thief, and she also has the ability to kind of cover up her own presence. Basically meaning she can do her job of thieving without being noticed. The thing is, she ends up with this job that she despises, and she wants to get out of it, but the thing is, if she wants to get out of it, she has to make a sacrifice that she's just not willing to make. I'm interested to find out what that sacrifice might be, and overall just interested to learn more about the story, the characters, the world, all that jazz. The next book on my list is one that I'm just so excited for, and that is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. It's been forever and a day since Victoria Schwab has released a young adult book, and I am super excited for this young adult book. This is actually the first in a duology, so once I finish this book, I can anticipate the next one. So this is the story of a world divided by humans and monsters, and the forming of an unlikely friendship. One thing that I want to note about this book is that there is no romance within this book. I don't even remember the last time I read a young adult book where there wasn't a romance that takes place. So I can't wait to read this book, and I hope it's all sorts of monstrous. The next book I received from Harper Teen, so thanks Harper Teen, and that is Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. This book is super freaking gorgeous. Like, just take a look at this cover, then you got the back, and it's also beautiful. We've got to do a hardcover test because I haven't investigated this yet. Ooh, nice, very nice. It says Princess, Warrior, Queen. So this is obviously kind of a fairy tale retelling of Alice in Wonderland with a main focus on the Queen of Hearts. And I believe we follow her when she's actually just a princess and possibly the transition into a queen. And I'm interested to read this and kind of see the interpretation that we get on the Queen of Hearts. We know her as kind of this villainous character, but I don't know if she's going to be a villainous character within this book. So I'm definitely eager to see which side we see of her within this book. Will it be a good side or will it be an evil side? We shall see. Then I picked up the hardback of The Marked Girl by Lindsay Klingel. I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about this book on my channel non-stop, but I got to be in the book trailer for this book, so I'll leave a link to that down below if you want to know what this book is all about. And the last two books that I got are kind of ones that are a little bit out of my comfort zone. They're just books that I wouldn't normally pick up, but I'm a reader who really enjoys kind of pushing myself and getting outside of my comfort zone when it comes to my reading. So I picked up a few classics. The first one being Their Eyes Are Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston, and I'm currently reading this book. As you can see, I've got my bookmark in here, so I am dedicated to reading this book. It's going to happen. To put this book simply, we follow this girl by the name of Janie, who is living a rather wretched life. She's forced into this marriage and it's awful, and then she gets into another marriage and it's just as awful. And I think we just kind of follow her journey through life and the different struggles that she faces. I know that that sounds like a really simple story idea, but I'm like 51 pages into this book, and while it is a simple idea about this girl who's just going through a rough time in life, it goes a lot deeper than that. You kind of see how all these awful things in her life are affecting her, but also how she's overcoming them. It's already opened up some pretty important topics, so I can't wait to get deeper into this story and to find out some more things that it's going to cover within this book. Then I picked up A Separate Piece by John Knowles, and this has a beautiful cover. I love this cover so much. I was actually recommended this book on Instagram. One of my viewers commented on one of my pictures and was like, yo, you should check out A Separate Piece. So I was like, okay, maybe I will. I went online and I read the description and I was intrigued, even though the description was rather vague. Essentially, this story follows two boys who are attending a boarding school in New England during the early years of World War II. And like I said, the description was very vague, but I think these boys kind of face something over the summer that just completely changes them. It strips them of their innocence and changes them forever. And obviously, I don't know what happens to them. I don't know why they are changed forever. That's just going to be something that I learn when I read this book. So those are all the books that I picked up in the month of June. You guys should let me know down below some of the books that you picked up this month. Also, let me know down below if you have read any of the books that I mentioned in today's video and which ones you would recommend me reading first. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of the books that I showcase within today's video. Also, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so click subscribe if you want to be notified for when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew. Hey guys, today I am bringing you, I think I just spit all over myself. Yep, I did. Problem is that she ends up with a daub. This is actually the first in a duology, so one shy.